take a look at Anne's portfolio held on the Trading 212 app. Today's date is the Sunday, the 12th of July 2022. As you may be aware, the stock market this year are on a downward incline due to the many economic factors happening at the moment, such as the war in Ukraine, Brexit, the pandemic and other factors. But as you can see, Anne is in a fortunate position. Her total holding on her portfolio is 682113. She's invested a total of 576393. This gives her a return of 18.34%, which is £1,057.20. But someone told me with stocks and shares, don't fiddle, just buy and hold. Just because a stock drops doesn't mean to say it's on its way out. So just sit tight and see how the market pans out. And all reduction in prices of shares have bounced back, or recessions shares have bounced back. And another thing to remind you is, if your portfolio is looking a bit on the negative side, it's only on the screen. You only make the loss when you sell your shares. So taking all that information into hand, Anne is in a fortunate position. She is in a positive position, but we're not worrying too much about that at the moment. So that graph shows the performance of her holding over 1 year, and that's the full time. But that's when as and when she's bought shares, the holding's gone up. So we'll go through the investments and see how they're performing. AGCNC Investments, I'm not quite sure what this company does, I can't recall from memory, but looking at company details, AGNC Investment Corporation provides capital to the United States housing market, enhancing liquidity in the residential real estate mortgage market. So it's tied up with the housing market. So that's that one. Amazon, now that's on a downward trend, because I think it says there's been different reports about Amazon. So consequently, Amazon stocks have dropped in price over some time, even before the overall predicted or talked about recession kicked in. So Amazon is down 21.79%. Aviva, UK-based insurance company, these pay good dividends, and I'm also holding Aviva on my platform, and Anne is up 11%. BP, British Petroleum, all oil companies are doing well at the moment due to the very high price of oil. I forgot to mention this has an effect on the overall economy. There are massive hikes in fuel prices, but BP obviously are getting more per barrel of oil and more per litre or gallon at the pump. So consequently, this is reflected in their profit, which is reflected in their stock valuation, and Anne's holding is up 113%. Ceres Power, this was a speculative investment Anne made some time ago. It's a special type of fuel cell technology where you can convert hydrogen gas into electricity, and this holding is up 3%. I believe Anne's holding has done much better than that over a period of time. We're looking at the graph here, you can see that has had some highs, now it's coming back. Next one is Coca-Cola. This was purchased primarily for income, and it pays a really good regular steady income, and what prompted Anne to do this. Warren Buffett is a great fan of Coca-Cola, the actual drinking the drink and holding the stocks. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, holds stocks in Coca-Cola. Good, solid company. So Anne is invested in that, and she's up 35%, plus she's had some nice dividends on the way. Inuvo, down 45%. Now it's got to refresh my memory to what Inuvo does. It's a technology company that develops and sells information technology solutions for marketing. So that's a tech company. Anne didn't invest much. She's down 45%, and her current holdings £5.67. Kindrel Holdings, 18 pence. I'm not sure what they are. I don't recall her actually buying stocks in this company. It's an information technology company, so we'll just pass over those ones. Legal & General, which is another UK-based insurance company that pays a nice dividend and there's potential for great growth. Anne owns that alongside Aviva. Where is Aviva? Aviva, £616 is a holding, and she's up 15.33%. Orsted, this is a wind turbine manufacturing company. I believe they're German based. Just see what it says here. Orsted AS, formerly Dong Energy AS, is a Denmark-based energy company engaged in procuring, producing, distributing and trading energy and related products in northwestern Europe. And it operates through wind power, engaged in development, construction and operation of wind farms, bioenergy and thermal power. So I think that company is a company for the future. Orsted. PayPal, Anne's holding is down 56%. Now, I've got well, most people have, or a lot of people have, an eBay account, and I believe they're not using PayPal so much now. They pay out direct from their own account, so this may have affected PayPal, but I have found PayPal useful when I've made payments to people and I've received payments via PayPal. PayPal. So as you can see, the stock valuation has dropped, but it might need a bit more research to see which way the stock is going long term. Another oil company is Shell. They're doing remarkably well due to the rising price of crude oil. They're up £23. And finally, Starbucks. And bought Starbucks on my off the back of my purchase of Starbucks. We do go into Starbucks quite often. We like their setup, we like their coffee. Well, I particularly like their coffee, and when we go abroad we try and hunt out a Starbucks just to tick them off the list. We have been into Starbucks in Bangkok, Thailand, and obviously New York and Beijing, China. So Starbucks is a favourite of ours, but at the moment they're down 20%, but I think they've got a predicted upside. So that's Anne's overall portfolio, and this is the allocation. This is the proportion of value of holdings, and you can see from this graph, this circle, the highest holding is Coca-Cola, then Legal & General, Aviva, Amazon, BP, and we run down the list such as that. Another feature of the Trading 212 platform is you go to history. You can see the history of all your transactions, or you can cut it down to orders or dividends. Now I like looking at my Anne's dividends. You click on dividends, and this gives all the dividend payouts in date order. The most recent one is the 10th of June. We're on the 12th at the moment, so that was on Friday. She had a dividend from AGNC Investments of £2.91. Legal and General paid her a very nice 33.67. Starbucks paid 33 pence, not enough to buy a cup of coffee with. Aviva, the other UK-based insurance company Anne is invested in. Now this is a dividend, but I'm not quite sure. They had a restructuring of their shares, so I think they reduced the number of shares per person. So they bought them back, then sold them back to us or whatever. But I'll have to talk about that. But so that's not quite a dividend with Aviva. I'll have to come back to you on that one. AGCN Investments, £2.94. Orsted, that's the wind power generation company, 153. AGCN Investments, 280. Shell, 18 pence. Coca-Cola, this is the one that pays out nice and regularly. It's about every 3 months or 2 months. £22, and doesn't take that money. She actually buys further shares in Coke, so she's reinvesting. And if we look, we'll see the next investment in Coca-Cola. BP paid a nice £3.99. AGNC, I think they must pay monthly, £2.76. Nice regular income. Starbucks, 31 pence. AbbVie. So you can see it's not just capital growth, it's dividends, and sometimes dividends are more important. But you mustn't. I've learnt you mustn't trade too often. Just because a stock goes down, it pays you just to. But you should have a good idea of what the prediction on a stock is. But a lot of stocks do have a predicted upside, and at the moment, as I said, we're in the potential downturn. So my advice is sit tight, and there might be some good buying opportunities. So that is Anne's portfolio held on Trading 212 as of Sunday the 12th of July. Any questions or comments are more than welcome. Everyone will get a reply. If you are watching on YouTube, could you please subscribe to my channel? This really does keep me motivated and helps the algorithm get my videos noticed more, and sort of motivates me to keep producing. So till next time, I bid you all a really successful investing adventure.